People love shopping at the farmers market because it's the best place to get a wide variety of food. Dixon Co-op tries to create an everyday farmers market by developing relationships with a large number of farmers who can distribute their food every day through our store.
You know, now we have a co-op in Dixon, it ties the community together. Now we have a gathering spot where everybody comes together, has lunch, does their shopping, and it makes the community feel like a real community. So I moved down here to spend some time, kind of had some money in the bank, so then I just took the year off. And during that year off, I met my wife and got married. And next thing you know, we're taking care of the family farm in Bellarde. And I got exposed to farming, and I never knew a world like that even existed. Quit my job as a chef and decided to become a farmer. And I never had a garden in my entire life, but the lifestyle just seemed so attractive, to being home every day and having supper with my children every night and going to bed when they go to bed. So here we are today, 25 years later, and here we are as Romero Farms. So my local co-op is the Dixon Co-op. They're an extreme supporter of local agriculture.
Dixon is a small town of about 1,000 people, halfway between Espanola and Taos, New Mexico, and the Dixon Co-op is the only option for groceries in the whole area. The Dixon Co-op started 20 years ago when the last store in town shut down, and we realized as a community we needed to have a place to buy something and create some economy in town. So a bunch of us got together and started the Cooperative. And right now we have about 420 household members as active members of the co-op. And it's a pretty good portion of the community. Probably half the people in town are members of the co-op. The Double Up Food Bucks program is very successful here at our store because we have a lot of customers who use EBT, and they're really grateful to get half-price produce, especially because the produce that they can get is the freshest and the best produce available.
So this program ties together local farmers who need sales like this and local consumers who are getting the most nutritious food available at a cost that they can now afford.
It was actually really hard in the beginning to get local growers to provide us because we're a small market and the wholesale price wasn't anything like they could get retail at the farmers market in Santa Fe. So we had to grow that relationship with the farmer. And over the years, we've grown it a lot. We have probably 10 regular farmers who come in here through the course of the year, bringing us all kinds of produce, fruit, vegetables, whatever's in season. And the relationships that we've created with the farmers, it has a lot to do with the success of our store, and I think the success of the local agriculture in the area.
Since Double Up is launched, we have definitely seen an increase in sales because it makes our products more affordable for everyone. So it kind of levels the playing field. You know, the expensive organic food is now within reach of people who are in risk of not buying it because they can't afford it. So it's a tremendous program.
We really feel fortunate to be a part of this program as well in providing fresh vegetables and healthy vegetables to all of New Mexico.
Yeah, the real beauty of Double Up is that people who produce high-quality organic food that charge, like say, $7 a bunch for really beautiful beets right now. Well, now those beets really only cost that person $3.50. So if they went and bought conventional that weren't as good quality, they'd be paying more. So this not only lets them buy the best quality, but also the best local quality too. So it's really a beneficial program because they get the best food available for them.
More people are excited about buying local food than any other food in the store. In fact, we have people call us to ask us what local food showed up this week. That happens every week. And it points to the importance of local agriculture and local economy in this town. We can sell about $5,000 a month of local produce out of this store in the summer months when it's available.
Well, one of the biggest connections of selling locally is that you develop a large family. They depend on you for their food, and you depend on them for your income. And then the income that I get, I pay local help. I buy local gas. I get my propane at my cousin's place. The money goes around locally. I get something breaks. I go to my local hardware store. I call a local plumber. The money circulates 3 times that I collect from my clients.
The people who buy the food here actually know the farmers, and they'll come and they'll ask who grew this or that. We try to label the actual farmer on the label of the food that we sell, so they know which farms are providing the food. Everybody has their favorite grower, in fact, and they look for those products from the farmers that they know personally.